What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 4, Episode 5. So, this episode ain't really give us a whole lot until the end, but I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know what happened, how it went down. But we start this episode off, we have Martina and Julia talking, and they're pretty much just recapping the whole party. And Martina once again brings up the fact that Julia is out here giving out foot massages, and she ain't never got one. Julia, my suggestion is like you go on and get them pots out, and you get that the salt out and the lotion, and you give Martina a foot rub for like every day for the next week. I'm just saying. I feel like she has let you know what she needs. When somebody tell you what it is that they need and desire in a relationship, you gotta listen. And I feel like Martina is being very clear about her needs and her desires. But that was pretty much that. Then we see this really nice scene with Gertie and her husband. First of all, Gertie looked flawless in that scene. Okay, that red dress was everything. But this was, again, just a little filler scene for us to see Gertie and her husband and get to know them a little bit better. You know, they talk a little bit more about how, you know, they've been together since high school and how he's basically the yin to her yang child, that they, she's the loud one and he's the quiet one, but he never tries to stifle her. He allows her to be who she is, and you know, it's all love. And then she tells him about what happened at the party and how, you know, Adriana sort of came for her, and he was like, "What? She said that? That's messed up." And I feel like that's what he does like 90% of the time in their relationship. I feel like it's, "What? She said that? That's messed up." But again, sometimes people just need you to hear them. Sometimes people just need to be able to have the conversation. You know what I mean? So anyway, so that was that. And then we see a double date between Marisol and her husband Steve and Lisa. Is it Lisa? No. Mm-mm. 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 Damn. Why I can't remember her name. It's on the tip of my tongue. But her fiance Todd. Oh shoot. I remember the fiance, but I can't remember her name. Damn. All right. Oh, damn. Ashley. Shoot. Child, I was close. Alexia. I had to go look that thing up. Anyway, so they're on a double date. Child, Alexia is an hour late. Listen, let me tell you something. Y'all know how I feel about that. Y'all know that grinds my gears when people are disrespectful of my time. I just think that is the rudest thing you can do. And it sounds like it happens all the time. But once they get together, they're talking about the wedding. They're talking about location and getting it done and how things have been held up because everybody who put their weddings off because of the RHOM are now trying to get married. But then Alexia in her confessional was like, "Yeah, I ain't really moving too fast on this because until Todd and Peter get on the same page, yeah, the wedding probably ain't gonna happen." So, so that was pretty much what happened with that scene. I mean, it wasn't too much going on with that. Then we have a total throwaway scene with Larsa and Adriana and Kim, I think it is, the friend of, and they're talking about making an OnlyFans page, and she's giving them a tutorial on how to do their OnlyFans videos. And again, like I said, I ain't mad at it, and I ain't thumbing my nose at it. If somebody can show me how to make $10,000 a week by posting pictures of my feet, I am here for it. But I just feel like this is episode number 5, and I feel like we keep talking about her and the damn OnlyFans. She did talk a little bit about her kids taking pictures for the OnlyFans and how she was like, "Yeah, my kids take my pictures sometimes. It's not a big deal. They just know it's an adult site that they can't go on, but they know that I'm just posting like bikini pictures or whatever." I still think that's too much information. Well, maybe not for your older kids, but definitely for your, like, what, she's 12? She probably don't need to know that much, but that's just me. She did talk a little bit about her and Scotty. She said that they just grew apart, you know, that they just grew apart, and it was what it was, you know. And that's just where they are now. Like, she ain't getting to no deep, dark secrets or anything like that. Then we see Julia meeting up with Adriana at a classic car dealer. She's there with the guy that with one of her dates from the art exhibit, child. And she was talking about how her dad used to have I think an Aston Martin and a 1980 something Aston Martin, and they actually had one there, so she decided she was gonna buy it. Julia meets her there, and again, it's just this weird energy with them, like this weird like flirtation type thing with them. I don't know. But again, nothing major. We just got again to see them interacting with each other at the car dealership, and basically she was like, "I want that one right there. Bring it off." She ain't test drive it or nothing. She was just like, "I take it." I was like, "Okay, I ain't mad at you. I mean, we grown folk around here. We grown, okay." So then we get to the final little scene where we have Alexia, we have Todd, we have Peter, we have Frankie, right? So Peter is the oldest son. Him and Todd got into it. Todd said some things to him that probably weren't so nice. Peter, I'm sure, returned the favor, right? And they were basically fighting over Frankie. And so Todd lets Alexia know that he did call Peter. They had a conversation. And I guess this was Peter coming to the house to have a follow-up conversation. Now, they once again, I guess, were trying to clear the air because Alexia has been clear that she wants her sons to walk her down the aisle, and Peter and Todd really need to clear the air before she's able to do that. And they get to talking, and basically what Todd is saying to Peter is, listen, your brother wants to spend time with you. It doesn't have to be getting high. It doesn't have to be anything ridiculous. Like, he just wants to play basketball. He just wants you to take him to play basketball. And, when you don't allow him that time, or when you spend that time doing other things, like, it's a problem. And yes, I said something about it because Frankie needs somebody that's going to protect him. And if you're not going to be his brother and look out for him and protect him, then that's a problem for me. And so Peter gets all emotional and starts crying. And here comes, because Alexia had left him alone, but she's listening to the conversation. Here she comes from the back crying, hugging him, and the two of them are crying together. And poor Frankie is standing there. Now, first of all, one, I feel like this should have been a one-on-one conversation with two men having a conversation. Two, I don't think Frankie should have been there because we know that Frankie has a traumatic brain injury, but he's not an idiot. Like, we don't know how much he can understand versus what he can verbalize that he understands. So the fact that they're sitting there they end up having this loud, yelling back and forth conversation, and it's all about him. And I personally feel like he shouldn't have been there. Now, that's just my 2 cents. Then, I understand that Todd's delivery might not be what everybody likes, but what Todd was saying wasn't wrong. Todd was like, listen, y'all need help. Like, you guys have been trying to take care of Frankie, and you guys may not be best equipped to help Frankie be the best that he can be and live up to his potential. Yes, he has an injury, but that doesn't mean that he can't do anything for himself. That doesn't mean that he can't. And the fact that y'all don't bring in any professionals and y'all have not exposed him to anybody out, like, all he does is spend time with y'all, play video games, play on his phone, and eat. And that's not fair to him because he may be able to do more than you guys are allowing him to do because y'all won't allow him to go out and be with other people. Like, there are programs that he could be in. There are, I don't want to say daycares because that sounds demeaning, but there are programs and there are, places where he can go during the day where he can be in activities with other kids. Well, he's not a kid, he's a young adult. But with other adults, get to know people and be around other people. And I feel like that's what Todd was saying. And what Todd also was saying was, Peter's an asshole. And again, Peter said, listen, my delivery might not be pretty. It may not be wrapped in a pretty box. But what I'm saying isn't wrong. Like, I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. And so Alexia and Peter end up yelling back and forth at Todd. And Todd, they're defending themselves. And you don't understand. You weren't there. And Peter's like, I was there. I used to wipe his ass and help him shave. And I've been there to take care of him. And I've done that. And I've done that. And I'm going to give you credit for that, Peter. You may very well have done that. But that's Todd's point. maybe if y'all got him some help, y'all put him with a physical therapist or occupational therapist, maybe he didn't need anybody to help him do those things. Maybe he can do them for himself. Listen, when I was in the hospital and I had to learn how to walk all over again, I went to physical rehab and I went to occupational therapy because they had to teach me how to do my day-to-day things with the limitations that I had until I got back to where I needed to be. So they taught me how to cook and how to clean, and I had the right equipment to teach me how to pick things up off the floor when I couldn't bend over. They taught me how to fall when I was still in the wheelchair. They taught me how to fall out of the wheelchair and how to get up so that I wouldn't be helpless if I fell and nobody was around. So there are programs, and what Todd is saying is you guys have not taken full advantage of the resources to help him. And getting him high is not a way of helping him. I was Team Todd. I don't think Todd did nothing wrong. I was with Todd. Again, it may not have been wrapped in a nice little bow, but I don't think it was wrong. By the end of the conversation, though, I think Alexia understood what he was saying. She stopped being so damn defensive, and she understood what he was saying. And Peter even understood what he was saying, and they all hugged it out, and now they gonna get married, and everybody is on the same page, at least for now. Anyway, that was pretty much it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.